Well, hello, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Much love. Hope you all had a beautiful day. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a very interesting and frustrating case out of Tennessee, the disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Moon Utah Wells, who vanished from her 110 Ben Hill Road home in Rogersville, Tennessee on June 15th, 2021. After more than 4 years of silence and confusion and simply nothing, the TBI has now confirmed that they have followed up on a new lead at the 3500 block of Van Hill Road in Greene County, Tennessee, about 9.5 miles from the Wells property. This is the first big significant lead in more than 4 years, but there is still a lot of remaining questions. What happened to Summer Wells? We have a lot to talk about tonight on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me
And really do appreciate you. Love you all, man.
I've been whispered about and written off, judged by the gloss, not the cost. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is November 27th. Happy Thanksgiving to my people in America. 2025. It is currently 8:52 p.m. East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Good to see you all, my beautiful pearls. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully, you had a beautiful day wherever you are with good people around you and good food and good times. Um, yes, happy Thanksgiving to everyone, wherever you are. I am thankful whether you're in America or in any part of the world. I am thankful truly for you guys. I just want you guys to know that you guys are the absolute best. Truthfully, I made a little message on my community post today that I am truly so thankful for each of you. We have just built a wonderful, wonderful community here, and you guys are amazing. Whether you're a newbie or you've been around a while, thank you, truly. And thank you so much, Jen. I really do appreciate you. So thankful for you all. Love you, Dustin. Thank you for building a beautiful family here. Yes, we are family. Absolutely. You read it. It was so nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm thankful today, but I can't. Yes, you guys have. Yes, I remember Thanksgiving for my Canadians. I'm going to try, speaking of Canadians, I'm going to try to do a live stream after this on Jack and Lily. Um, so if you're up later tonight, join me if you can. Yes, it is. It is, Zach. And there is so many cases right now that I am so behind on, to be quite honest with you. I've got to, right now, I could stream probably all day and not get caught up. All right. Guys, before we get started, if you don't mind, do me a big, big favor and please hit that thumbs up button. Would be so thankful, so grateful if you would just hit that thumbs up button and share the live out for extra bonus points. Would mean so much. I know. And now the Christmas season has officially begun. Um, uh, The song I had it made for, the channel. We call it our Clutch Them Pearls Holy and Hood, anthem. I'm gonna upload it because I know a lot of you guys like that. So you can listen. Thank you for hitting both. I appreciate you. Paula Lulu, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. 2 months coming in clutch. Really, really appreciate you, my dear. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend, wherever you are. Really, really appreciate you. Do I Black Friday? Hell no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I did it one time, and I think it was 2012 or 2013, and I stood in line for 3 hours for iPads, and nope. Some people just like it, just to, for the sport of it. I don't like it. Mm-mm. No, it's just too much. Too many people. Too many people. Like, I shop online. Same, same. Yeah, I shop online now. Exactly. All right, guys. Tonight we're talking about Summer Moon Utah Wells, and I found something you could. I mean, first of all, let me say this: in the Summer Moon Utah Wells case, there has been no one named an official suspect in Summer Moon Utah Wells's case. Everyone is innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. And there has been none of that so far. They did just was at the 3500 block at Van Hill Road. What does that mean? I don't know. I really don't. You guys know I've been really digging on this case. And thank you, Jenny, for hitting both streams. Really appreciate that. And that being said, we have no idea. So, anyone we talk about in this live stream, consider them innocent of, everything that I say is just going to be my opinion and my opinion only. An opinion is not a fact. Okay. Um, I found something that if if linked uh, to the Summer Wells case, I don't know. I just get that feeling of Dawn Wells, but it has nothing to do with Dawn. It actually has to do with um, the other people, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to show you guys that. And it's something that they put online this year. This year. And first of all, I want to say that, everyone lives different lifestyles and all of that. And that is fine as long as, you're not hurting anybody or whatever. Um, but I did find this interesting nonetheless, and we're going to get to it uh, in just a minute. Really been pulling out some files, and it's just amazing how much stuff I have covered in Summer Wells in the last 4.5 years. What I'm hoping for, uh, you could be right, but it sounded like Donald to me. What do you mean, all my dogs? Now, let I don't want people to get it twisted. I do not think, in the least, in my opinion, that particularly Dawn, in my opinion, is number one. Number one, uh, because Dawn, I know his history, and I know the way he's been over the last 4.5 years, and I know that he's done things that most people wouldn't do, and that is breaking in a woman's house to steal her panties so he could, his words, not mine. Uh, well, I won't use exactly his words, but so he could pleasure himself. And a that takes a lot of sadistic uh, mind. It takes physical energy to yeah, hey bonkers, if you don't mind, don't put that link in because YouTube doesn't like us when they do the when we put that on there. So if you don't mind, don't do that one. If you don't, just not that one. Um, um, I don't know why. You would think they would like it, but they get a little. Um, so, but speaking of that, I did block out a name, and but I showed the first name and the first letter of the name. Does anyone know what poly is in a relationship? Being poly, they call it. Thank you so much, Bonkers, honey. Appreciate you. Does anyone know what that is? I have a deep voice. How you doing? Yes. So, the definition, um, what does being poly mean in a relationship? Okay. If we go to that term, because we've heard that being poly means being in a consensual, ethical, non-monogamous relationship where partners are free to have multiple romantic and or asexual relation or partners with the full knowledge and consent of everyone involved. Unlike cheating, poly is founded in open communication, trust, and mutual agreements among partners. So it's basically an open relationship. It's basically an open relationship. Now you're like, Justin, why are you talking about this? Why are you talking about this? Red Moon Bliss coming in clutch. Really do appreciate you very, very much. And yeah, yeah, it's not something I would everyone's got different, whatever. Um, like I said, as long as they're not hurting anybody else and, you know, not bothering kids and small farm animals, you know. Um, but you're asking, why am I talking about this? Well, we know that Don and Candace have been known to get around town, right? And they've not been exactly faithful to one another by their own words. Um, but I want to show you this. Again, I blocked out the rest of the name. You'll just have to trust me. You can find it yourself. Single poly women, Randy H., March 25th this year. Anyone near Knoxville, Tennessee? Mm. Anyone near Knoxville, Tennessee? Hmm. So, yeah, that could indicate a little, perhaps high risk behavior, perhaps. And it also kind of makes me wonder, is that how he knows Don and Candace? It's on YouTube. Not YouTube, sorry. It's on Facebook. It's not a website. Yeah. Right, Shelby? Right? So, what are your thoughts on this? I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Do you, just, you've really been putting in the work. I believe you're right. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. It's been nonstop. Um, but it indicates that people in the relationship are involved with more than one of the people in the relationship, but it usually a closed circle, and those partners, they don't cheat outside. Yeah, but it's in the poly group, but that doesn't mean it is poly. I'm just saying as well. I was just asking last night if he had any ties or went to Knoxville, and now we see this, which we know Knoxville. How do we know Knoxville? Don Low. I mean, it's a big city close by. It is, but I find it interesting. Happy Thanksgiving, seriously. I mean, it's not, like I said, it doesn't mean anything necessarily, right? But I do find it interesting. It kind of just makes me wonder, is this how he knows Dawn and Candace? I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me. So, and this was this year. It doesn't surprise you at all. I mean, it's not, poly relationships is something that most couples, don't do, but some people do, and I'm not really trying to be too judgmental on it as of yet. But to me, it does indicate a riskier behavior. It's not illegal. Nope, it's not illegal, Sherry. It's not. Um, so there's that. There's that. Okay, so I want to cover a few things now. We'll get into the lighter stuff first. I want you to listen to this. This is Ronnie. Ooh, what I do to myself. Bear with me 1 second. This is Ronnie Lawson going to be talking, which is the sheriff that has been the sheriff since the Mayflower. For people in the United States knows what I'm talking about.
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
Now, this was the sheriff talking about the Wells. No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys. Now, I don't think that they had like attorneys as in criminal attorneys. I think he was talking about more of the CPS.
About a month later in July,
Now you're going to hear from Detective Pruitt, who is number one on the case in Hawkins County.
Protective Services removed her 3 older brothers from their home and appointed attorneys to the case.
They have been appointed for
Yes, Tina.
other instances, but it bleeds over into this investigation as well.
Summer Wells' father, Don, was
Okay.
arrested late last.
Now, again, I think we've kind of forgotten that part. Remember in the Summer Wells case, whenever they took the boys and they said the case, quote, bleeds over into the Summer Wells case. Why do they say that? Whenever the boys was in foster care. Why did they say that it bleeds over? Hey, Raymond, good to see you, my friend. And I might call and ask him, does that still apply?
Year for driving under the influence and violating probation.
With Mr. Wells, he knows when he first came into the institution, he knows at any time he wants to talk to let their staff know, and I will get to him as quick as I can.
But Pruitt hopes the Wells family knows, despite the other legal troubles, they can reach out anytime.
Communication between me and the family have changed, but I hope that they still understand that they can come talk to me at any time they want to.
Subscribe to my channel. No, they're not cooperating right now.
Okay.
They have
So
attorneys.
that was the sheriff of Hawkins County. And the detective who is on Summer Wells' case. And one of the reasons, why I was talking about the poly thing when I found that is because of Don and Candace's lifestyle, mainly because of Don's past. You got to remember, these two have lived with two of Arkansas's biggest RSOs, right? Listen to
Been
this.
going on, and she's tired of it.
This was a recording. I see. You do remember who this recording is? This was with Candace's friend. I can't remember, but it was in the very, very beginning. And Candace got really upset.
I don't. She doesn't know.
I think Don was in jail, actually, and they were like blaming Don.
What happened with Don? We've already discussed this. Listen, what the fuck he's done? Her and I. Stop, Candace, please, baby.
Candace says, "I don't know what the F he's done." Dale Terry, thank you.
Her and I have already discussed.
The fact of the matter is,
everybody needs to stop bragging that Candace did this, Candace did that, because I actually have come to her and asked her, hey, Candace, do you think that maybe Donnie did something? No. Hang on.
Candace says in the background, "I don't know," and she is very upset. Very upset. And then I showed you the recording the other day of Candace speaking about something Donnie, something might be coming to Donnie, and he doesn't even know it yet.
Hang on, sissy. Stop crying. Hey, sis, do you think that maybe Don did something and one of these fucking freaks following him home? You got me?
yeah,
One of these freaks following him home.
Copy fucking that. It's like, what if one of these fucking freaks followed Donnie home, right?
I thought he was at work.
And they found out. Huh?
One of these
I
freaks.
thought he was at work when it happened.
It doesn't matter. I'm talking about one of his, fucking cocaine binges.
You hear that? One of his Coca-Cola binges. One of those Coca-Cola binges. And what if one of these, she says, quote, freaks followed him home? What does that mean? What does that mean? Because every, once, I would say a good once a month, anytime, anyway, Don would go to Knoxville and pretty much blow his entire check that he worked the entire week on blow and ladies of the night. Ladies of the night. Which is interesting, right? What was this one right here? Okay. All right. So, let me show you this right here. It is just amazing what has happened over the last 4.5 years. So listening to the Tree Trimmers interview with Ziggy, they say that Don was there anywhere from when they were up there around the house at 8:30 or 9:30 in the morning the day Summer went missing, which Don should have long been at work by then. Don was not home that morning. He wasn't. Or sorry, Don was at home that morning. I apologize. Give credit to LTL here. And this will just show you your brain doesn't like to lie. It doesn't want to lie. And it'll tell on you many times, many times.
Okay, I'm not understanding what you're saying. Can you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, just the time that you called her that day. About what time was that?
Like how far in between calls between you and her having that call when she's picking up prescriptions to she's calling you saying Summer's missing? Do you know how long?
Yeah, I honestly can't say, but I remember. Only thing that I can remember, it was thinking, well, I might as well just work late because they're busy doing other things, and there's no point in me going home because I don't want to go home.
Oops.
Sit there by myself, so I figured I'd just work late that day.
Now, this is interesting. He didn't want to go home and stay there by himself. Well, Don wouldn't have been home by himself because remember there was 3 boys that were there. And Candus didn't have him with her. And you can say what you want about Don and Candus, but hey, Summer's Army, good to see you, baby. They never left the kids home alone, probably because CPS, and they lived, far enough out in the country that if they were in town, something happened, it'd take them a while to get there.
Okay. And why did Don call?
I have no idea. He just called. I don't even know if he was working at the time.
Okay.
But if he was working, he obviously wouldn't know that there was some dude looking at the little kids.
Everyone knows you called your wife. Could you kind of give us a little details about that? Do you kind of remember, was it morning, afternoon, later afternoon when you called her? Do you remember how that conversation went at all? Because Hunter's saying you called about, 2 people touching children or whatever. So could you kind of tell us if you remember what time the call was and how that conversation went?
Well, the only thing I know is, I call her from time to time just to see what she's doing, and she said that she's taking care of some prescriptions or whatever. It seemed to me that it was later than that, but because I made up my mind, well, they're busy doing this and whatever, I may as well just stay late at work. So I was working late.
Notice how he doesn't deny that. Notice how he does not deny that that there was someone up on the hill, what he said was touching the kids. Now, that would have been the first thing a person would have denied, don't you think? But not with Don. Not with Don, which is a little weird to me, if you ask me. A lot weird to me, actually.
Hey, Don. Your wife messaged
I've played this before, but I want to go over it again because I want to show you something next. We're kind of
me and said that you was at home at a 3 o'clock hour, and I have that as evidence. She did not want nobody to know you was at home.
Now, this is interesting now because I've showed some of this before, but to me this is interesting because Candus, and they're going to show you text here, said that he was home at the 3 o'clock hour. 3 o'clock is very important in this case, in my opinion, because around 3:10, 3:11 is whenever they're home on the hill. Okay. And these tree workers, they get off work from 3 to 3:30. Right? 3 to 3:30. And notice how, if you're familiar with this case, Don says that Candus and his phone are deleted from 3:30 till 6:30 or 3:30 onward. I find that highly interesting. Now, law enforcement doesn't delete anything, ever. If they delete something, they cannot use anything. Now, if someone deletes the phone before they get the phone, well, that's on the person who deleted it. But law enforcement doesn't delete anything. They just make a copy of the data on your phone. So she says, Candus told me you were home at the 3 o'clock hour. Now watch what she shows, because we can see some of this in a different light now, that the 3500 block and with time as well. Seeing things differently.
That's not true. After she messages you that, if that's not the case, that don't even
Do you have...
I mean, why would she say something?
Precisely, and that's what.
Okay, so this is Candus and Jenna. But Donnie's not a bad person either. I've been with him 14 years. It's okay. Nobody's mad at you. And Jenna says, I'm sorry I've seen your pain, plus the pain he puts you through. When he does his lives, it's like all you. Then he has people thinking you're a monster. And Candus wrote, it's okay. And Candus writes to Jenna, did you tell someone that Donnie was at home at 3 o'clock the day Summer went missing? And Jenna says, no, not at 3. Candus says, what time did you say? And then it continues. Candus says, what time did you say? She said 3:30 or 4, but you didn't see him. I told that didn't come from you. Candus says, okay. And she says, I'm sorry. I was taking up for you. He's got people thinking you're this monster and you're not. Candus says, I know, hun. And Jenna says, please don't be mad at me. I love you so much. But you didn't see him. That's interesting. Oh, he was at home way before 3 o'clock. In fact, after 3, I would say probably around 4 o'clock, that's when Donnie, maybe 5 o'clock, Don is on his way to Jonesboro. Nancy, he did go to Jonesboro. But he was not in Jonesboro all day. I can promise you, but not guaranteed on that one. Okay, now let's continue.
So they was at the lake, and then Hunter and his, I guess they went, she called and says, come by the house, and then she begged to take Hunter to the lake with them so they could swim a little bit. And seen them videos, and then
now he says so they could begged her to take Hunter so they could swim a little bit. Well, they do say that swimming was going to happen at one point at Hunter's house, but then they said that they weren't planning on swimming or fishing until they got to Walgreens. until they got to Walgreens because they had to wait on a prescription and it was hot outside. But also Candus says she put Summer's what's it called, bathing suit on that morning before she left.
I took her back.
Listen to that.
Seen them videos, and then I took her back.
I took her back. I took her back. Very interesting. I don't know what I took her back means, but it reminds me of the part where Katie, in Sebastian's case, where she says, he's already. It's just like this slip out.
So everything was okay, that situation between now.
Yeah. Which situation?
Sir.
Which situation, sir?
This is all our property here to the left. All this.
If anyone has that, if anyone knows where that this video is of Don driving, it's on Share's. I think Share had him do it. I want to go back and watch that.
This is all our property here to the left. All this. Our house is up there on top. All this is our property. So
I turned.
Straight away in here.
So we turned, I turned.
There was never somebody that just disappeared without a clue that I know of. I'm sure it happens, but not.
I need to get that interview where Don, it's the first interview that he actually did, and it's with the Hawkins County Tribune. It's with the newspaper or something like that.
That I've ever seen in my life.
Well, when there's an abduction, I mean, what else would you call it?
Yeah.
Disappearing. I don't understand that. You know. But yeah, somebody was either hiding in the.
So yeah, Shelby, I don't know, the chat is freezing or something. I noticed that. It's really weird right now.
I mean, what else would you call it?
Yeah.
Disappearing. I don't understand that. You know. But yeah, somebody was either hiding in the weeds there, waiting for the shade, either come in the basement. But yeah, I mean, we weren't 30 feet. They weren't 30 feet away when she got gone.
Now, I think this one's a big one. He says we weren't 30 feet. They weren't 30 feet away when she got gone. To me, that's a big one. Went out and came back in. Maybe. To me, that's a big one. Right there.
Yeah.
When he said that one, I remember that one when he said we weren't 30 feet away. Well, you know, most cases, children go outside and get abducted. Hi, darling. Good to see you. But in Summer's case, she went inside and they said she was abducted. But Candus said in her first interview, I know someone didn't come up here, buy her swing, and take her.
I mean, maybe 40 at the most.
Right.
I don't know.
Saw that night. How well do you know him? And do you know why he was out there around your boys?
Yeah, a lot of our neighbors heard, you know, us screaming Summer's name.
Actually, they've said that. LS said, oh crap. Candus and Don both said that. LS Chester's mom says, I bet Don and Candus never imagined this would blow up like this and they would be under such scrutiny. They said they never thought it would be this big, but listen to this right here.
Saw that night. How well do you know him? And do you know why he was out there around your boys?
Yeah, a lot of our neighbors heard, us screaming Summer's name. And so I think, I don't know, I don't know for sure because I wasn't there, but
You hear that?
I don't know,
He said, a lot of our neighbors heard us screaming Summer's name. And then he goes, I don't know because I wasn't there. Heard us screaming our names. Oh, I don't know because I wasn't there.
Screaming Summer's name. A lot of our neighbors heard, us screaming Summer's name. And so I think, I don't know, I don't know for sure because I wasn't there, but I've known, I don't know Summer's name. A lot of our neighbors heard, us screaming Summer's name. And so I think, I don't know, I don't know for sure because I wasn't there, but I've known him for.
He got, he gets anxiety there. Raymond, good to see you, brother. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. God bless you and all you do. Thank you so much, Raymond. God bless you, my friend. Good to see you. Hopefully you and your family had a wonderful, wonderful day. All the blessings to you in the holiday season in the new year.
But I mean, if you've said everything, I'm not looking into the church people to make you angry. I'm looking into the church people because they were some of the last people around your daughter, Donald.
No, they weren't around her at all. We was at our house and nobody was here but me. I wasn't here.
So when Robin
Share, the church has nothing involved with it. JSB is Jody Sue Brown. She's a crazy neighbor. Just a lunatic like a lot of the others on Ben Hill. He said, yeah. No, they weren't, Cher. Nobody was here but me. I wasn't here.
House and nobody was here but me. I wasn't here.
So when Robin tells.
So he catches himself, but he's like, nobody was here but me. But he was going to put me and the boys, in my opinion, or me and then name the boys' names.
Chris McDonough in that interview, and she said,
I didn't want to go home and just sit by myself. Well, he wouldn't be home alone because the boys were there. Hunter is confused. He thinks Dawn was at home. Candus messaged Jenna saying Dawn was home. I took her back. Dawn says, we turned here. We weren't 30 feet. They weren't 30 feet. Then he says, a lot of our neighbors heard us screaming Summer's name. Nobody was here but me. I wasn't there or here. And also the tree trimmers. Ziggy interviewed them, and they said that Dawn was there 8:30, 9:30 when they were up there. I don't think so, Moose, because, I mean, could an accident happened? Yes. However, it's not going to be, if an accident happens, people call for an accident. That is just, they call it an act of God, right? That's just random. I don't like to use the word the act of God, but that's what they call it. That's just this random accident, right? It's no fault of anybody's own. But what I call neglectful accidents, leaving rugs out, that kind of thing, that, then they might not call because then they would get in trouble. Now, I do know Don drives like a bat out of hell when he's mad, particularly. And that could have happened. Yeah. But the way this is going, in my opinion, it's something else. It's something else. I think, in my opinion, at least me, I can take the water hole off the table. I don't think nothing happened at the water hole. I don't think this was, certainly, I don't think it was just this random person. I don't think she walked off. and they're at the 3500 block on Van Hill Road. And Candus Grandis talked to a guy named Randy, the tree trimmer, he talked to him that morning. He said he noticed Summer in the back laying down. Now, would Summer be in the back laying down? She might have been tired. It was early. I don't know. But, why were they talking that morning as well? This to me is something that is more planned. It may not be planned days or weeks in advance. It might have been planned when Dawn called and said there was someone who was up on the hill trying to do things to the kids, which is a very odd thing to say. And let's just say if Don thought that, then why didn't he go home, even though we knew he wasn't home? Number 2, how did he know that? Number 3, why didn't Candus get up and leave? Right? So to me, it's leaning toward, in my opinion, at this point, this is just by eliminating the things that I think, this is I can't even say it, to be honest with you. It's not good what I think this is moved by at all. I think it's a perversion. I think something happened.
Wells says he himself has been a
What
victim.
was that? What is this?
Like I said before, you've been through hell. Me too. Most people cannot understand certain things unless they've been through hell. I never thought I'd be in this situation after all I've been
No,
through.
I don't.
God has a plan.
Not necessarily. I don't think like she's trafficked as like they trafficked her and she's still alive. I don't think
I'm
that.
sure as long as we trust him, he promises to work it out for good. I just don't know how I can possibly get over my daughter. I just don't see how. Never expected anything like her. Now just gone.
Hey,
Why do you have
Frosty,
to
haven't
get
seen you in
over your
ages.
daughter,
How you
though?
doing?
Like, if a kidnapper has her and she's alive and someone just took her, why do you have to get over her? You know what I mean?
He's got to get over her. How do you get over her?
Wells says he himself has
Yes.
been a victim of online speculation.
Yes, Don wrote that. Don said he had to get over her. Yep, sure did. That's what he wrote.
As he says, some have claimed he is involved. Did you have anything to do with your daughter's disappearance?
Well, I was.
Listen.
I mean, I'm at work all day, every day.
Listen to this.
I love my daughter with all my heart, and I try to love everybody. And it's been a real experience, me turning to YouTube for help and seeing the nature. I've never seen anything like this in my life, so it's been quite a lesson to me. I've never been on YouTube or Facebook or anything. I probably never will again if I can help it, but it's been quite an experience. It's been very educational. I've learned a lot.
So, yes or no to the question?
Okay. Oh, Well, I mean, no.
They haven't accused you of Candus or anything, right? Guys, I heard
Man,
about
hey, you have to, I have 7 alibis.
What?
If not more. Baby, don't break.
Now, do you think someone who doesn't know about something that happened to their daughter, he never denied it there. He never, ever denied it.
Break my fucking door, come on.
Isn't
I
it?
mean, no.
They haven't accused you of Candus or anything, right? Guys, I heard
Man,
about
hey, you have to, I have 7 alibis.
What?
If not more. Baby, don't break my fucking door, come on.
No,
I have 7 alibis. I have 7 alibis. Candus ain't got none. She's going down.
You were at work. Right?
Yep.
Candace, I'm gonna have to ask you some more questions. I told you this. Did you do anything to Summer?
No.
Do you know what happened to Summer?
No.
Do you know who took Summer?
God, the chat keeps freezing so bad. Mark, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
No.
He said, Candus, you're going down. Now, Candus will flip, I think, on Dawn. I think she will flip once it comes to the wire, that she'll say what she knows. Especially, I think, after the last 4.5 years. I don't think she would in the beginning, but now the way that she's spoken to people that talks to her recently, I think she's way more likely to flip.
Anybody in your family involved with this?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Not that she's aware of. Not that she's aware of. How? I mean, who says that? Who says that? What is wrong with chat? I'm not seeing anything. This is so bizarre. Hold on. One second. Let me. Is it working now? Hold on. Let me refresh, guys. Something's wrong with my end. I don't. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Mine's not even moving. Well, mine's not moving either. Mine wasn't moving either. It's just weird how it's been going crazy all day. I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay. It must have ate too much turkey. All right. Let me show you something here. Hopefully it'll get better in a minute. Don used to say that he had these dreams of Summer, and they were very, very vivid dream. I've got this 911 call that hasn't been heard a lot of Don and Candus Wells. I need a tum. Has it, Sarah? I don't know what's wrong with it. Like mine's just like it'll just completely stop. Mine keeps refreezing over and over. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't get it. Okay. I've got this 911 call as well. 1 second here. Let me find it here. Since the beginning, Don has just almost from the beginning, he was completely, most parents, they never lose hope of their kid going missing, right? They just never ever lose hope. That was not the case. How are you doing, dear? Good to see you. You might have to go back out and come back in. I think it's what I might have to do. Yeah, I hope it did. It did this like maybe a couple years ago for a while. I don't know why it does it.
And so anyway, when she pulls up, she's on the phone with Donnie. Donnie's on the phone with her, and I didn't even realize the time. It just didn't hit me. But the first thing I said to Candace is I heard her scream, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I didn't know.
Candus saying, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I didn't know. What did she didn't know?
And then I realized Donnie's on the phone. And Donnie says something like, so you're telling me somebody's taking my baby girl or something?
That makes me wonder, did they want to say this in front of someone? So are you saying someone took my baby girl?
And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I didn't put it together, enough time, like, right?
Yeah, and you said that she did not even.
No, I mean, just like when he come at night within 3 hours of her missing and stuff. Only thing he even mentioned about her was at least he'll get to see her during resurrection. That's the only thing he said.
He says that to me all the time.
Like she's already deceased and everything at that time.
Now, this was before Ziggy and Fred ever even thought about being a couple.
I mean, like he,
And you know. Huh?
And no remorse, no nothing. I mean, no signs of. If it'd been my kid, I'd been.
Right? And
they'd had me locked up somewhere already.
Wow.
I mean, who says they'll see her in the resurrection 3 hours afterwards?
As we've stated before, the circumstances surrounding Summer's disappearance remain unclear. So if we do develop information that she was taken and we develop a suspect and a vehicle description, of course, we will share that with the public immediately. At this time, that's just not the case. So we'll take a couple of questions.
I saw where Friday night after sundown they called everybody back. Yeah, there was some sort of tip or something. And we seen, blue lights up and down Beech Creek, and the helicopter flew till like 4 in the morning, looking around, so we was up till 4 in the morning being hopeful that they, find something, but there's nothing. My personal opinion is
Listen to this.
maybe some human trafficking ring seen her on Facebook and tracked her down, like some kind of, somebody is taking her out of the area, and I don't know whether a human trafficking ring or what or who, but I mean, I knew from the first day she wasn't in the area.
Now, how do you know this? Okay, that's right. Jody Sue was saying, I'm sorry, I didn't know. That's right. He says, my personal opinion is maybe some HT ring seen on Facebook. like some kind of P, somebody has taken her out of the area, and I don't know, beep, whether it's a HT ring or what, or who, but I knew from the first day she wasn't in the area. Dawn has always pointed this toward someone, some predator out there that took Summer.
Do you have hope for Summer being found? Well, I have hope, but statistically speaking, and looking at it,
When Dawn said this, I think it was less than 4 days. I think Dawn did this interview. Now all my messages are coming in at once. It's so weird. Now Dawn, he said this within like the first 4 days, this interview. Do you have hope?
Do you have hope for Summer being found? Well, I have hope, but statistically speaking, and looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A tough thing to think about. Well, yeah, of course. I'd feel for anybody in that position. I'm sure you would too. Any kid that's being tortured or hurt in any way, and missing their parents and their good friends in church and stuff like that, just unimaginable what she's going through. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that was day 3. That was day 3 when Dawn did that interview. Day 3. Right here.
Wells also spoke about his gut feeling about Summer's whereabouts.
Some bad person grabbed her, but we have no idea.
What bad person, Dawn?
Summer is still missing, and we are more concerned than ever and desperate to find her. TBI agents continue to work with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI in an effort to determine what happened to Summer. We are utilizing all available resources to include the FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team. We want to reiterate that the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear, which is why we've been exploring all possibilities. Agents and detectives have followed up on a number of leads, to include residential surveillance video and photos from around the area of Summer's home. Drivers seen in the area at the time of her disappearance have been identified and interviewed. While we've not ruled out an abduction, we simply do not have any evidence at this point to confirm that's what occurred.
That sounds familiar.
For that reason, the ground search for Summer continues.
Hey, Two Skulls. Good to see you.
I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing.
By her swing? You know she didn't walk off this property by her swing? Again, the last time the boys allegedly said that they saw Summer was by the swing. That's what the story goes. Now, the made-up story, in my opinion, is they said the boys was watching TV. Those kids didn't play inside during the day. They were outside all during the day. And let's just say that the 3 boys was there from 8 o'clock that morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you think they're going to be inside after that? It's summertime. Those kids play outside all day long in the summer. They're not going to be inside. No, there was a power outage that morning.
I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here. Well, whoever has my daughter, I pray and hope that they have not harmed her and they bring her back to us safe and sound.
Well, I knew right away that she was abducted. You know, I knew that right away, and that's what I told them from the beginning. But they have to.
Now, your kid goes missing. You don't know what happened to them. You are just as confused as everyone else. Right? You don't know if someone took them, which would, I mean, if I lived at Ben Hill Road, I would think they walked off way before I would think someone abducted Summer because there's nobody around there. I mean, Beech Creek, or not Beech Creek, but Ben Hill Road doesn't have a lot of homes on it. They're very spread out and it's a dead end road. It's not a way that you go through an area to get to another area, right? There's a lot of neighborhoods or whatever. It'll go through, a road that has to take you to some point to get. No, Ben Hill Road is the destination. You are on Ben Hill because you live there, you're delivering something, or you're visiting someone, and nobody visits anymore. Hardly. So, one of the two. And second of all, out of all the places on Ben Hill, their place would be the last place where you would abduct a child out of everywhere because they live on a mountain. They're the only ones that live on this big mountain alone. That's it. Would they have found her bones? I know it's psychic, but yes, they would have. They would have found something. Yep. They would have found something. Yeah.
They have to go through their, I forget the word.
Investigation.
They have to do one step at a time. I
Don was not at work.
guess.
He says he was at work, but he was
Any
not at work.
way you can find it in your heart to please release her somehow. I don't know how you might do that. I mean,
Release her somehow. Who says that? I don't know how you might do that. Give him some fucking options, Don. Give him some options, maybe? Maybe, I don't know, say, drop him off at a gas station telling him to go in. Drop him off anywhere. Not, maybe release her, but I don't know how you do that. Yeah, Barry Morphew. Yeah.
you're probably scared of going to prison for the rest of your life and everything else.
You're probably scared of going to prison for the rest of your life. I think you are speaking about your deepest fears, Don. Because again, this is a man that said, quote, death is better than prison, end quote. Death is better than prison, quote, end quote. That comes from Don Wells himself.
So I'm sure, but please find it in your heart, have mercy, and
Such emotional, right? I don't know how you might do that, but please find it in your heart and have some mercy. Please, please, please. There is no feeling. There is no emotion. And it's always interesting with these couples. You'll always see them
find a way of letting her go and where we can get her back. And just please have mercy on her and, you know, and us and her brothers. And she's such a loving, good spirit. Please, please don't hurt her. Please let her come home. That she's my biggest fear is, you know, her being tormented or locked in a dungeon or basement or something, because she loved to be outside all the time. That was her.
Loved.
Unfortunately, her, you know, her downfall. Because a lot of times the boys would be inside and we'd be
Okay,
like,
now listen to that again. He's afraid she's going to be locked in a dungeon or something, but after this, listen to this.
be outside all the time. That was her. Unfortunately, her, you know, her downfall.
How was that Summer's downfall? How was Summer being outside her downfall? First of all, she's a 5-year-old. She doesn't have a downfall. No 5-year-old has a downfall, number one. Number two, you said she was inside. He blames her. Is this screen black right now? No, Angel Mama, go back out and come in. That's being crazy, YouTube right now. How is it her downfall? But the thing is, they said Summer went inside and went downstairs to play with her toys. So how is her being outside her downfall? Again, it goes back to Candus saying, I know someone didn't come up here and take her by her swing. And the boys allegedly saying they last saw her by her swing. And then Dawn saying this is her downfall being outside.
A lot of times the boys would be inside and we'd be like, where's Summer? Why'd you leave her out there alone? You know, go get Summer now. You know, and that's happened over and over again.
That makes me really sad for the boys. That they will probably see this when they're older and their dad is saying, we would cuss them and cuss them to not. How about you're the freaking parent, Don, Candus? How about that? You're blaming children for not watching a child. A child is not another child's responsibility. Ever. And I would hate, you could tell that the little boy with Don he did an interview with was really traumatized looking. Very
Come
sad.
out and she would always be close by, but we was always coming up. She had to be outside. She was an outdoor person.
She loved to be outside.
You know, and I'm so afraid that she's locked away. She's such a loving heart and everything, and I'm afraid that she won't be able to, you know, I'm locked away where she can't be outside or play with a puppy or anything. Love nature, you know, and that's my greatest fear, that she's not able to do any of these things anymore, or that she could possibly, you know, I don't want to think she's dead, but it's a possibility. I don't want to address all the negativity. I just want to focus.
You see Candace's face.
It's a possibility. I don't want to address all the negativity. I just want to focus on the positive, because
find her daughter.
Find her daughter. Day 19.
countries, you know, these other outfits here, and they can't find her. And they're powerless to find her. But God knows where she's at, and I have to put my full faith in Him.
So what you meant by that was just you're putting your faith in God and that she's going to be okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that she's going to be okay, because she could be anywhere. It's hard. We don't know. Nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'd say a parent's faith and what they do might impact.
Again, day 19. I don't know if she's going to be okay. Like, you might, that's your greatest fear, but you're still going to keep the hope alive, right?
God's judgment in the end, no matter what one of your children go through.
Listen to this.
Say, for instance, one of your kids overdoses on drugs or something, that's...
Say, for instance, one of your kids overdoses on drugs or something.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation.
Absolutely.
But I think God will consider, hopefully, what the parents do and what, stuff like that, hopefully. Mm-hmm. Because what if she is forced to do drugs?
What if she's forced to do drugs and grows up in this negative way, in this negative country, and who knows what, and if she gets unalived or whatever? Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. I keep getting kicked out. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with it today.
This negative way or this negative country or who knows what. And
yeah.
And she gets killed or whatever, and she's not in the church. I wasn't able to bring her up to church like I wanted to.
He wasn't able to bring her up in the church like he wanted to. But Don, aren't you this man of God? Didn't you, take her to church and all of that? I mean, you guys were at church, but, Candus is in a hoodie and she's stretched out like it's a freaking bed. That church of Candus stretched out. Yeah, I know. It's everywhere. It's so frustrating.
So it's killed me since she's been gone. It's just, at first, it was just so horrific knowing that someone abducted her and the cops are looking all around her house, knowing that she's not there. It's like you just talking to yourself. This ain't doing no good.
But that's the thing. The cops don't know that, Don. The only people or person or persons that know what happened to Summer is the people who know what happened to Summer. Yes, I'm still alive. Yes. Knowing. He says knowing that she's not around here. Knowing. So Got it.
But, I wish the police they would have blocked off both ends of Beech Creek and everything else and kept it contained in our area.
You had the full weight of the FBI. You had the full weight of the FBI, a specialized division just for children who has a 98% success rate. Don, I wish they would have, both end of Beech Creek. What does that mean? Hey, Wolfie. Mallory. Karen, Brenda, Golden.
Area, because I'm sure she's hundreds of miles away.
Hundreds of miles away.
I can't blame them or whatever, but I'm upset. I'm really upset, but it's too little, too late now. I mean, maybe my kids are looking at it like, well, maybe God will bring her back, or I don't know. But
Too little, too late. For sale barrel. Right in front of a for sale barrel. Don, was that posted anywhere? With Summer in that for sale barrel?
Statistically speaking, I mean, there's a good chance she's already dead if you look at it statistically. And I hate to think that I love her with all my heart.
Do you still believe that she's still alive? Do you have any intuition that she might still be out there somewhere?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
All I know is, I believe in God.
I was just thinking about that. I'm out.
Oh man, that stuff's horrible that they've had on. I've seen it on YouTube.
Tell me about that. Well, when I come back from Utah, I was trying to move my family to Utah. I've always knew that something was going to happen to Summer. Something in my gut has always told me, and I've always told Candus, watch her closely. That's my baby. Do not let nothing happen to her. I told her that all the time. What brought you to that thought? I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what.
Was it you?
What it was, or I just always had this feeling that something's going to happen to her. I didn't know if she was just going to get accidentally run over. I didn't know what it was. Did you think she would be kidnapped?
That's a weird thing to say. Accidentally. I didn't know if she was going to get accidentally run over. He gives an example there. That's a very specific thing, don't you think? Yeah, Nana rocks. Yeah, I'm sure. I bet you that would be very scary as a kid. I didn't know if she was going to accidentally get run over.
Never, not like that. Okay. No, I just knew it was something. I just had this intense love for her, and I think she knew something too. I think something was. I don't know if you believe in guardian angels or what, but there's something. There's something. So, time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. Could she still be
Feel
alive
that
in your heart?
1000%.
I pray for that, and I hope. On a scale of 1 to 10. To me, it's one or the other because of the 4 dreams. To me, it's either.
Now listen to because he had 4 dreams, he says, and because of those 4 dreams, it's one or the other.
Someone that's got money has her somewhere. I've seen her on Facebook and feel sorry for her, whatever.
It's very interesting. He talks about Facebook a lot. Facebook, it has I think it has its downside too. Unfortunately, there will always be people that make something evil out of it, just like they did Craigslist. And Don was a Facebookaholic. Wolfie, thank you so much, my dear, for 1 month coming in clutch. How you doing? Thank you so much, Wolfie. Appreciate the cheers. Thank you. He was on Facebook a lot, and so was Candus. And, like I showed you at the beginning of this program, Mr. Randy was looking for someone in Knoxville. You won't be sleeping tonight. Do you get bitchy when you're on prednisone? It can go either way for me. I just can't sleep or I'll get really bitchy. Can't even stand myself when I'm on it sometimes.
Reasoning is,
thoughts. So do you think they would have hurt?
Those were her last thoughts. How does he say this about his daughter? How does he say it? Charmaine, thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you, mamacitas. Good night, coming in clutch, my darling. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. I'm all emotional and prednisone. You get the feelers. You get all in your feelings. I stay bitchy so I don't gotta get bitchy. Voice. How you doing?
Or they would have sold her. I think they probably would. I wouldn't. Who in the world? I wished I knew
Listen to this.
who would
This is
buy a
crazy.
kid. I wished I knew that. I really do.
I think they probably would have, I would have. Who in the world? I wished I knew who would buy a kid. I wish I knew that. I really do. Okay.
Me too. And I would surely go after him. I have a note here. When I talked to him on July 28th, I'm reading out of my notebook. Immediately, he said, I believe she's been killed and buried somewhere after being abducted.
Well, I think something happened, and then she was buried. And I think she is most likely in a tote, in my opinion.
Now, then when I first heard that on July 28th of 2021, which is less than,
Listen to this.
4 weeks away from when she
Summer.
was
Yeah.
went missing. My experience kicked in and said, he knows.
He knows. Oh, he knows.
He knows something.
Yeah.
Now, what we've all been grappling with for the last year is what that something is.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What I have been dealing with is, and like you, on this channel anyway, is the facts in relationship to how they were presented.
Bingo.
So I knew they were searching around the top of the house. So I drove immediately down to the bottom of the property, figuring that they probably haven't looked down there yet. That's the first place.
Something happened in that building. Something happened in that building. You just wait till it all comes out. Something happened in that building, and nothing good happened in that building. And it makes me wonder, at 3-something in the afternoon, was she taken down there?
I went down all the way down to the creek, and when I seen my boys down by the creek, all three of them together, and I seen my neighbor coming around the other side of our hill to my left, I knew at that point that Summer had been abducted, or Summer was not around, because she would never leave from around the house. So I turned the car around and drove. I don't know if I looked in the shed at that time or not, that little shed there at the bottom. I can't remember.
Why can't you remember? You can remember that. You can remember the neighbor coming. You can remember the neighbor coming, and you can remember driving down there, and you can remember your boys. Why can't you remember, Dawn, about that shed, whether you went in right then or was it some other time? You always avoid that question. And I think for a reason. Because I don't think there is as, I think there's very few people, well, statistically, that is as sick as you are. But I think you met a person that you shared a sickness with.
I've been going around talking to, all our neighbors and getting to know people in the evening time. And,
Don knew all of his fucking neighbors. Don't let him lie to you.
A lot of people have told me that if I don't know, but if somebody in this area took her, that's pretty much signing your own death warrant and being in this area. They would come after you. I don't know, but all we know is somebody definitely took her, and I'm starting to wonder if, because my wife doesn't know, about TikTok and Facebook and stuff, and I didn't either. I was really naive to any of this stuff, and I still don't know anything about
Facebook again.
TikTok. But she put her pictures out there and was proud of Summer, and I'm starting to think personally that somebody's seen her on Facebook or TikTok and decided that they wanted her for herself, or or it's the sex trade thing, or I don't.
They put pictures out of Summer on their Facebook that should have never have been taken, let alone been placed on Facebook. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about. You put that kind of stuff up there. Well, there you go. People.
We don't know, but that's what I'm starting to lean towards personally. And it's like the more I get to know people around this area and talk to them, and I'm going to continue to do that every evening as much as I can. Just in case, you never know what you might find or hear or whatever.
Yep. Yes, of Summer.
Do you even think that she's in Tennessee anymore at this point?
I don't know. I don't know where she's at. My daughter's already suffering wherever she is. I hope not. I hope some rich person has her that's taking really good care of her. But it's unlikely, though. Yeah. I don't know who's got her. I wish for God we knew.
It's just ridiculous to think that rich people don't just, buy a kid. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Rich people don't just buy a kid and, go enroll them in school. You've got to have papers for a kid, or people's going to start asking questions. It's the stupidest thing. Oops.
Well, I think it's good for people. I think it's good for people to hear you.
Not in 2021.
Mad and upset
Vivian.
at whoever did this, because usually like last night when you came on my panel, you were like, when I asked you, what do you think should happen to whoever did this, you were kind of lenient.
Listen.
You know what I mean?
The question was asked to Dawn by a lot of people. What should happen to the person who did something to Summer? Should they go to prison? I don't know. I don't know, man. I've been to prison. I wouldn't wish prison on anybody. Not someone that abducted and possibly unalived your 5-year-old? You wouldn't wish that on someone that did that to your baby girl that you say you love and adore so much? You throw him under the fucking prison. Anne Marie, thank you so much, my dear, for gifting the pearl necklace. That's so kind of you. Appreciate you, my dear. If you receive that pearl necklace, make sure you give our Annie Marie a big, big thank you. Thank you so much, my love. Good to see you. Appreciate your support, and thank you for being a member. Why would Dawn want to get over her? Well, yeah. And how could you? You. It's not Austin. It's not Austin.
I think it's because I think people believe that y'all are fucking nuts. Y'all are fucking crazy, man. Okay, well, how the fuck? I don't get it. How did they know to come up there though at the perfect timing and everything? Do you think it was somebody? Because they're fucking criminals.
Well, they're criminals. They're not psychic. They're criminals. They're not psychic, Don. Nobody's going to know that Summer is down in the basement, that she would have had to have been grabbed the second she went down there. Nobody would have heard anything, or would have had to hear anything. And Jody Sue says she heard a scream.
You can't teach other people because nobody wants anybody talking to their kids about Summer.
I'm not going to worry about anyone. Just know I am fixing to vanish.
Because nobody wants anybody talking to their kids about Summer.
Then let's talk about Summer. Where is she? She's probably being traded off for drugs and money, everything else.
Yeah. She's probably being traded out for rugs and money. She's been back and forth so many times.
There's nothing you could have ever done or said or anything to prepare her for that. Why wouldn't you?
My daughter, for no other fucking reason.
Then what?
There's no other reason that someone. Why would someone take my daughter?
Tony, we don't know. You don't know. There's lots of different reasons, and I know.
I didn't recognize it at the time. I was too young and stupid to understand, but looking back, I get it. California. No, a lot of shit in my time. You guys
I'm wondering about if Allie is in,
hold up. You guys gonna start this thing?
No, I just think that Allie is probably involved with some things like.
I'm gonna break out before it's all over with. Nobody's gonna know who the fuck it was, but you guys will.
Donnie, if you do something stupid, you're gonna be the number one suspect.
I won't be.
I reckon you'll be. As a father, they're gonna automatically say it was you.
I lived in Stockton, California. I lived in fucking San Diego. I lived in.
Listen to this. Listen to this. He always talks about California. Things happening in California.
As a father, they're gonna automatically say it was you.
I lived in Stockton, California. I lived in fucking San Diego. I've lived in fucking all over the fucking place. I've lived in fucking Florida. I've seen this shit with my own eyes, but didn't recognize it at the time. But now looking back, I understand what was happening. I tried to save some.
So, not one state, multiple states. Don has seen a lot of this stuff happening. Now, I'm sure just about all of us, all 1,332 of us in here, have never seen anything like that happening to anyone, let alone children. Am I right or am I right? Put a 1 in the chat if you've never seen anything like that happening to anyone. Nobody. Not a person. Now, you tell me, guys, listen to this. Seriously, you tell me, Don has admitted to S-ing his stepsisters, and then there was a friend when he was 19 years old. You have him admitting that, and I showed you the text messages of him saying that when he was young, he used to go into his uncle's room and get sick corn, and that's what he grew up on. Okay? Then you have him living with 2, not 1, 2 of Arkansas's biggest child predators. They got 120 years in prison each. One was called the Boogeyman. Go to my Justin for All. I should replay that sometimes. We should go over that. Oh my God, it's so difficult though. These victims lived with Don at the time as well. He, the one of the Arkansas's biggest pedos, he was called the Boogeyman because he would put a mask on and said, if you tell anybody, the Boogeyman's going to come and get you. Then you have Don, and I've showed this, I've read it out, I've done whole live streams about it, about him breaking into a woman's home while she slept, going to her garage because she was a stripper at the time. I guess he knew that. And taking specific panties. The cops was in the area. They did a stop and frisk on him. They pulled out the panties from his pocket. What are these for, Mr. Wells? Oh, those are my wife's. Well, he was married to another woman at the time, even though Candus was living with them and he was living with a bunch of other people. Oh, better not say it's my wife. They might check. I took them inside the house because he was going to pleasure himself with. All of these things, it's very deviant, very, very deviant behavior, number one. Number two, since June 15th, 2021, there were more panties found in Don's glove box. When Benny was there, Don went on this big rug binge, and he was gone for several days. Came back battered, just gross as hell. And Benny went to look in his truck, and there was panties, red panties, in his glove box. He was doing this even after Summer went missing. Even after Summer went missing. All of those things, from the sisters to living with the biggest RSOs Arkansas's ever seen, to the panties thing, to finding it after all of that. It is, wake up, people. Wake up. And this just tells you, you got to remember, there are more predators outside of jail than there is inside of jail. Okay? Oh, I forgot about the dog. According to the sister, Don was, with the dog. Paula Blue, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for your support. It's really, I've got the full reports and everything. It is so bad. It is so bad. So bad. What's that, Carrie? Blueberry. Prove me wrong, Justin. What does that mean? Oh, I've got him. I think I've got him. Thank you. I appreciate you, my dear. I think I still have him. But if not, I have him on my live stream on Justin for All. It is so bad. And I'll be honest with you, that's the feeling that I get with this new person, especially with the thing that I showed you guys earlier.
I get it. I understand.
Oh, and then him just admitting, saying he's seen things happen in all of these states. What?
You just don't know what I've seen, and you're gonna try to shut me the fuck up. No.
I'm trying to focus on it because you've been drinking and I don't want to talk.
No, but that's why I'm being truthful with you all.
Stickler says, even if Don was using Summer in that way, it is possible it was another person who took Summer. Abused children often fall victims to others. I would say it's not. I would say it's probable that there is another person involved at this point, in my opinion. But it's not without Don's knowledge. You will not convince me that it was without Don's knowledge. You don't lie, other words. You don't lie and say you was not at home when you were. You don't say what should happen to the person who did something to Summer. Should they go to jail? I don't know. I've been to prison. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Death is better than prison. I don't care what you do with someone that does something to a child. Throw them under the damn jail. Hang them from their toes for all I care. I don't care. Just get them out of society. Throw them to the wolves.
I mean, it's just, we're a little off the, no, I get why you're angry. Like, I totally get it. And I would be messed up every night until all day long.
My daughter's probably on the fucking streets right now somewhere. Nobody's listening to me.
Donnie, we can't do anything.
I know where she's at. She's in a fucking...
Do you hear that? I know where she's at. I know where she's at. Hey, Charlotte Swebbing, good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving, Donna. I know where she's at. How does he know where she's at? Up the street.
somewhere with some fucking weirdo fucking motherfucker trying to sell me for a little bit of crack cocaine. I know how it works. Somewhere pulled up in a fucking motel room.
Donnie, stop letting your fucking mind go there, okay?
I've already been there. I've seen
Stop it. You can't do this. Unhealthy. Drinking is unhealthy. It makes you angry. It makes you go there.
I'm just telling you what I'm telling you what I've seen with my own eyes.
I believe that you have seen this.
I'm telling you what I have seen with my own eyes. If that doesn't bring a chill down your spine, I can't even tell you. Oh, thank you, Sarah, for gifting 2 pearl necklaces. How you doing, girl? Thank you so much, my love. We really do appreciate you. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our steroid Sarah a big thank you. You gifted a 3rd. How you doing, ma'am? How you doing? Here's my email. Thank you. Sarah's there probably shaking with the steroids. Duke says, thank you so much, Sarah. I really appreciate you. Make sure you thank our beautiful Sarah if you received one of those. Pruitt's words really make sense now when he said she was not out of the area. Out of the, yeah, most cases, most remains are within 25 miles. Now, 25 miles in any direction is a long ass way, but it's not, 500 miles, right?
I didn't understand it when I was younger.
I get that.
I took this one girl off the street once. I'm like, what are you doing out here in the fucking crack town? She's like, she was like, I took her to her fucking house.
Now, listen to this. When Summer first went missing, he said he saw a kid playing outside by themselves, and he went up to the person's house and said, hey, your kid's outside. But he's always saying that he's helping out these young individuals. Listen to what he says he actually did at one time.
I didn't understand it when I was younger.
I get that.
I took this one girl off the street once. I'm like, what are you doing out here in the fucking crack town? She's like, she was like, I took her to her fucking house. It was some old black woman. She had a bunch of kids in their runaway. Okay?
That happens all over the fucking place.
I know, but I didn't understand it when I was there. But
I'm sure you didn't. now you're a father and you have a little girl. And I'm still with you.
Because I understand it. Now that I'm looking back after I run it through my brain a fucking couple thousand times, now I understand it now. I didn't understand it when I was right there.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the same thing you are. As far
These are Don's words.
Don's words. Those are Don's words. And, from the horse's mouth, so to speak, right? From the horse's mouth. 1 second here. One second here, guys. I need to find something. We'll play that one later, I guess. This is, I'm going to upload this as well. I got this funny picture of Candus. It always cracks me up. I'm going to start using it on the thumbnails more.
It's like she said that she was down on the bottom after she heard somebody scream or whatever. She was never at the bottom of that driveway. I drove down there faster than she could fucking fly.
Now that's Candus. Candus is saying there that Jody Sue was never at the bottom of the driveway, that she drove down there faster than shit could effing fly. Yep. We're almost at a chicken party, y'all. Mm-hmm. Maybe not the first time you went down, but
it's like she said that she was down on the bottom after she heard somebody scream or whatever. She was never at the bottom of that driveway. I drove down there faster than she could fucking fly.
Yep. That's what she says. That's what she says. 1 second here. This is I think it might be 1 second. Let me see if I can turn this up. Bear with me 1 second. Where did I put that at? Oh, right there. Okay. One second, y'all. This is a 911 call. It's a little, the audio's kind of bad on it, but it'll just let you know a little bit of the life that they lived on a day-to-day. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, dear Kelsey. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Oh, chickens, LOL. I thought she said pigs. Maybe she did. I don't know. Listen to this. This was an average Friday night.
Number one. It's all pretty thin and I'll say the wrong. What's the address? 110 Ben Hill Road. My husband's lost his mind.
He's lost his mind.
He's out from school. My husband is out from school. Okay, has he hit you or anything? No, not. He threw me down, but it's okay. Okay. What is your name? Candus Wells. What's your callback number? 423, I'll be able to get back to the internet. We couldn't send somebody out. Are there any weapons
You can hear Don in the back.
involved? Green Hill. Are there any weapons involved?
Molly, Jonathan's backstage.
There is a gun in the house. But it's in the same lock there. I'm waiting to prove on me. Okay. Okay, what is his name? Bob Wells. And my mom is Candus Wells. And mine's Candus Wells. Okay. You got to I'm out.
I'm out.
Are you
Unbelievable.
there? Yes, I'm here. What caused him to act like this? He thinks that I'm fucking another guy and I'm not. Okay. All right. Is there any way that you can separate out?
Now remember, there is 4 kids here at the time. 4.
Well, I can't take it no more.
You've taken
Are you
800
there?
times since then.
Yes,
too.
I'm here. Is there any way you can separate yourself from him until we can get officers there? I can try to. You're gonna call the cops on me? Yeah. Because you're being an asshole. You're the one who beat me. I didn't beat you. I didn't. Wow. Did you hear what he said? You beat me up. Yeah, I hear it. Is there any way that you can well, there's no mark on him, but there's mark on me. And now he's pushing himself in the face. Yeah, no, it's not. Because you don't know nothing I say. Yes, I do. No. So you're gonna call the cops on me? I'm talking to the police right now. Please leave me alone. I don't know.
Candus sounds like this drunk or sober.
Okay, have you all been drinking tonight? A little bit, yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yes. I forgot about that. He started punching himself in the face.
And he's running out the door like a scared stick and he's leaving. Okay, and he's leaving. What's he wearing? Well, I'm not sounding really honestly. I didn't pay attention to what he's wearing. Okay. We go. I know that the way we put the lead,
I'm gonna talk to all of you. What about yourself? What about myself? I ain't doing nothing. Beat the fuck up. I did not beat the fuck out of me the other night.
You beat the fuck out of me. You beat the fuck out of me the other night.
I still got black eyes.
I still got black eyes. He was punching himself.
Really? Nice try. You fucking threw that shit on my leg. And I was trying to make up a bunch of shit. Look at my fucking leg, man. You threw that shit on my leg. He was driving a lawnmower the other day and it flipped over on him. Now he's trying to blame me for doing it. Okay, does anybody need an ambulance? No, no one needs an ambulance. Okay, don't. And he put himself in the face, so he'll need an ambulance. Okay, I'm going to keep you on the phone until they get there. Okay. I'll wait right here. Okay, just stay on the phone with me. Not even like that. Not even like that. You can't even fucking comprehend anything. Who said that? No, because you answered it. I fucked it when I did. Yes, you did. You called me and said, wow. I said Jose and Emma. I never heard that part. No, because you only heard what you wanted to hear, right? Always. You left it open for me to think. No, I did not.
They still live where they have always lived. I'm done with you, bitch.
So now, I don't know. He took off, I guess. Are you there? Hello? I'm still here. Hold on just a minute. He's trying to make it like I did everything to him and I ever did nothing. I got such a big wild bruise on my leg from him throwing me down. My kids are. Are you still there? Yeah. Okay. Is there any way you can separate yourself from him until they get there? I'm gonna talk to her. Now he's calling me a top power and I'm gonna go to jail. It ain't good thing against this week. That's all it was. We didn't even fight. And now he's in my face saying he didn't fight nobody all this shit. We're not fighting. Me and Jose had a disagreement. That was good. When are you going to call the cops on it from brother? Sorry, really? The guy in front of exactly what it's like. You're out of control. Is that the car? Pardon me, it's so crazy. I'm sitting here and listening. No, but I just see what it's like. I thought we was going to go home with it was fine. And the thing was fine until you said what you said. What I said? Now you have dumb? What?
I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to upload it all.
No, I don't even know what's that thing. Okay. It's just the stuff up.
That's Summer. That's Summer in the background. They put these kids through fucking hell. They put these kids through hell. And I hope that they pay for everything that they caused.
Coach.
You said your leg hurt? Do what? It was bad. Okay, you don't need an ambulance? No, I don't need a medical assessment. Okay. It's just a stuffed up place.
Dawn, your daughter was screaming for help. It's on a 911 call. And you think people don't think you're involved in some way?
What are you doing, man? You're trying to hurt someone.
He just tried to hurt Summer.
No, no. Yes, I do. You hear me? What? Ma'am, are you still there? Yeah, I'm here. What's going on? Are you there? Yeah, I'm here. This is my daughter. Okay.
He's trying to hurt my daughter.
Just hurt your daughter? Yeah, I took my daughter's photo. Okay. They took it.
He would taunt the kids. I don't know what she says there.
Okay. Yeah.
Evil son of a bitch.
No. Someone is going to get you. They're coming as fast as they can. They're getting close to you. Johnny told my mom that he had to leave, and she had to leave, and she's been here for over a year. She's outside fighting. Johnny's outside fighting with my best friend. Okay, he's outside fighting with somebody? With my friend, yeah.
That's Jose.
Okay.
That's Summer in the background.
Okay, you're sure he's outside fighting with him? I can't do anything about it.
ATS, there's no point. Has nothing to do with it.
How many cops are coming? There's a couple of them coming. They're getting close to you. How many coming?
10 months prior. I was thinking the same thing, Val. I was thinking the same thing.
They're all fighting out in my mom's camper. Okay. They're in the camper? And I think somebody just wants up the driveway real fast. Okay. And then Johnny left because he's going to get arrested. He knows it. He left, but he'll be back. I don't want to let them back. Okay, do you know which direction he went? I don't know what direction.
I'll upload the rest of it later. It's what I do. There is so much here that and this was just like all the time for these kids. All the time, these two. Very, very toxic with each other. Don and Candace, they've been together 19, 20 years now. Passion, when Jose was there, he had his own room. The rest of them slept all downstairs. What are y'all doing up this drunk Thanksgiving night? Not drunk. Me, you must be broken in the wine there. Did you break in the wine? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. But anyone see Ziggy Short saying Randy isn't the same guy as the tree trimmer talk? Yeah, she's wrong, but I need to talk to her. She's wrong, but I need to talk to her. I think she can't get it out of her head that she still thinks it's Andy, in my opinion. But yeah. Remember when Don even blamed Ernie for he blamed everybody. God, Don blamed everybody. Don blamed everybody except himself. Went out for dinner. It was great. No cooking. And that's good. That's good. It's very good. It's crazy. I don't think Andy or Fred have anything to do with it, in my opinion. Oh, he said Chris took Summer. He said Benny took Summer. He said CPS took Summer. Makes you wonder, though, if all 4 kids are Don's, even. He can't take accountability. He's a very sick person. He's a very sick person. Very, very twisted. And he's a very conflicted person as well. Because there's a side of Don who wants to, be Christian. But there is this, I mean, everyone can do good and do evil, right? Everyone can. But he is like an all or nothing person. You know what I mean? I think that we could be getting pretty close. Pretty close. I sure hope so. I know that we're a lot closer than we were. I do know that. We're a lot closer than we were. A lot closer than we were. Well, yeah. And they're doing so good. They're doing so good. Kate, I can't right now because I talked to someone actually today. And I'm just kind of waiting for some more stuff before I can say some more stuff. But it's very interesting. Yeah. Quiet, just like DM in Nova Scotia. I was wanting to do a live this evening on Jack and Lily, but I'm going to have to do it, I guess, tomorrow. I plan on doing at least 2 lives tomorrow. One on Jack and Lily. I need to do at least 3 tomorrow, actually, because there's a lot of happening in these cases. Rebecca, not Rebecca, Parks, the mother, the woman that was 39 weeks pregnant, they found her body. And there's stuff going on in the California. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, it was Rebecca Parks, wasn't it? I said it right. Yep. That's right, Robin. Yeah, Daniel goes under other accounts. It's very well proven now. She allegedly she was found without a baby. Allegedly, from what I've heard, I haven't done a lot of research on it yet, but from what I understand, it was during a TikTok live, and they allegedly found her. Again, do your research on this because this is just what I saw. Without a baby and her stomach allegedly cut open. It's nuts. And her fiance was arrested. Her fiance was arrested. Who is BS that people keep bringing up that lives near Don and Candus? What? BS? I don't know what you mean by BS. Other than bullshit. Oh, you might mean Jody Sue. She's a manic neighbor. That's all. Where's the baby? I know. It's bad. Really bad. The one that I know, but yeah, you never know. Yeah, I think there was another arrest too, but I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people talk about the wood chipper, but it's not like television. But what I do wonder about with like the wood chips and stuff, a lot of times they'll dump chips anywhere or whatever, and they'll be tens of feet high, these wood chips, and they could put them anywhere. They're both rain. Thank you, Linda. Oh yeah, we knew it was him. He's a RSO too, by the way. He is a registered S offender. Yeah. I mean, hogs are. I grew up on a farm, and we had pigs that were bacon, if that, they unalive them every year, and pigs are dirty. I have not eaten pork in 20 years. I will not eat pork at all. No, I didn't, Donna. It's terrible. Is anyone around there not RSOGs? Yeah, I don't eat pork. Pork has worms in it. I can't do it. I can't eat pork. It all has parasites. They all do. Yep. Terry got it. My grandpa was, I think, well, I just cannot eat pork. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. I need to do Celeste and David as well. It's just so many people covering that as well. It's a crazy case, that one is. You stay vegan. I'm not vegan. I tried to be vegetarian one time, but it's just not good for me. It doesn't fit me. My mom, she could have been a vegan. She pretty much is vegetarian. She doesn't need meat. They do non-rocks, but it's still in their meat and stuff. Pork is nasty. Back in 2021, there was 49 RSOs in a 10-mile radius of Ben Hill Road. Yeah. You can't sell the smell of pork. I like the little micro pigs. They're cute, but I don't want to eat them at all. I can't eat pork. I don't like the taste. I liked bacon, but turkey bacon tastes the same pretty much. Well, pigs will eat anything. You know what I mean? Like, they will eat. It doesn't matter if it's meat, if it's what. They will eat it. They will eat it. They will eat it. Not a meat fan at all. Yeah. See, if I don't eat meat, I feel like sick. Like, I feel ran down and stuff. But I did that, that DNA testing, and it tells you I am more Neanderthal than I can't say it. Than the most of the population. I think I'm 12% or something like that, which is a lot of caveman. So I'm maybe that's why. I live on a farm and don't eat meat, really. Yeah. I don't know. The pigs I grew up with, they would eat anything. They just eat anything. But my dad's friend, he worked for a dairy, and the expired milk and the buttermilk and all of that stuff he would bring in big crates and stuff, and they would just dump it to the pigs. Dump it. It's just nasty. I don't do pigs or cow. I love a good steak. I don't eat steak a lot, but I eat chicken. That's my go-to is chicken. Thank you, Tears. Thank you, darling. Really, Zelda, gallbladder, once you get it out, things just kind of go right through you. Venison is good. Venison, I only like the deer jerky. I ate so much venison when I was a kid. You miss cheeseburgers. Yeah. I like my beef. How have you guys been? I like beef. What's the baby cow called? The baby beef. I like that. The baby cow. I forget what it's called. Veal. Veal. Veal is really good. Veal is really good. You won't eat the baby cow. Calf, yeah. I don't even know what my gallbladder really does. I didn't know. It didn't make such a big difference. Yeah. Yeah. But if it's not working right, you got to get rid of it. Made you sad. It's like the most tender beef ever. You know how like beef is like really it's not, I mean, it's tough. It's like, but veal is like, it's kind of looks more like pork actually, like, because it's not as, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, together. And veal is just much more, very tender. Enzymes would be good for, probably talk to your doctor, but I can't eat flying things since getting chickens. It's funny, Cat. I like ribeye too. Ribeye and New York strip. I love it. But eating beef every day is not good for you. Yes, and they keep, what? They make it stand. They don't let them move around. It makes meat tough. So sad. Yeah. When you like, there's some things that I only buy organic. I only buy organic milk. I only buy, if I'm buying eggs, I only buy organic eggs. Because even the caged free, it's better to get them from locals if you can. But even the caged free, they're in a building. They're not roaming in a field. It's really bad. It's really sad we live in a country where to eat healthy, it costs twice as much. Right? Like a gallon of milk is $8.94 for organic. $8.94. Like you can go get a gallon of milk at Walmart for like $3.94 for a regular gallon of milk. Yeah, garden's the way to do it. I don't drink milk. I'm not a milk person. I'm Irish. We can eat cheese and drink milk. I agree, Justin. It's insane how much healthy food costs. And it should be the other way around, right? The healthy food should be cheap, and like the junk food should be more expensive. Did your monkey get a Thanksgiving meal? She sure did. She sure did. Mm-hmm. You paid $4.95 for half a gallon. Dang. I used to get steaks from a market here where I live but noticed recently that they weren't as good. Found out there's something called meat glue butchers will use to piece together various pieces. What the hell's wrong, people? They'll make something up. Gluing meat together now. It's all we need. Junk food is expensive in Canada. It's not in America. Well, I mean, everything's expensive now, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. Well, I mean, you know what really disgusts me is they can get like stem cells from a chicken and they can make lab grown meat now. That weirds me the hell out. Like you just see a damn chicken breast in a petri dish. That's awful. And, you know, no animal dies, but sorry, animal gonna have to die. That's all I can say because I'm not eating. I would have to become a vegetarian. Yeah. It might be better from an animal. No, it's just gonna have to do it the old fashioned way. I'm not eating. I am. Well, that's what they said, but Campbell's is not actually using it. They're lying. That was just the guy that was talking. That's how I started reading about it. Yeah, I'm not eating any lab junk either. I have to make a trip out to the farm, harvest some quail eggs. Quail eggs are expensive, they say. Yeah. Blob chicken. Yeah, maybe I don't want any of that stuff either. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Much love. Really, really do appreciate you guys. Make sure you're subbed up to my other channels, Justin for All and Adventures with Remy Pearl. I'm using to see medical testing or how some. Yeah. I mean, it's fine with studies and everything like that, but I'm not eating it. I'm just not eating it. I just don't want it in a grocery form, right? Testing anything else is fine. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Much love. Really, really do appreciate you. So it's cloned, meat actually cloned. Well, it's from the stem cells, yeah. Yeah. Check it out. What is that? Is there Harveys in the USA? I don't know what Harveys are. I don't want to eat that either. Good night, everyone. God bless. Appreciate you. We'll see you guys tomorrow.